This morning, we learned that Novavax has started phase 3 clinical trials of its COVID-19 vaccine in the United States and Mexico. CNN senior medical correspondent Elizabeth Cohen joins me now. Elizabeth, what more do we know about this vaccine and its trial?
You know, this vaccine, it's a little bit different than Moderna and Pfizer, but it's very exciting to have a fifth company enter a phase 3, a large-scale clinical trial. This is the last phase before the FDA will review it and see if it ought to be given to people across the country. So let's take a look at what we know about Novavax, about this clinical trial. It's up to 30,000 people age 18 and up. That's how large the trial is going to be. 25% of their participants, they hope, or they plan to be aged 65 and up. That's important because those are the people who unfortunately have some of the worst responses to COVID-19. 15% will be Black or African American, 10 to 20% will be Latino, and 1 to 2% American Indian. And so that's what we know so far about what's going to happen. It's going to be a phase 3 trial where they're going to have 2 doses, 3 weeks apart. Now let's take a look at where this falls sort of in comparison with other ones, sort of the history of things here. Pfizer and Moderna, well, they've already been authorized by the FDA. AstraZeneca, their phase 3 trial started August 31st. Johnson & Johnson, their phase 3 trial started September 23rd. And Novavax, as we know, their phase 3 trial started today. Sanofi, they're in phase 1 and 2. So, Bianna, that is a list of the ones that have gotten Operation Warp Speed funding. So, in other words, federal government funding to do these trials, which are very, very expensive to do. Bianna?
And it's very impressive just to see how quickly this has all come about, too. Historic pace. How does Novavax compare to the 2 vaccines, the Moderna and Pfizer, that are currently available in the U.S.?
You know, it really is quite different. And I'm going to get nerdy here on you, Bianna, a little bit. So in order for these vaccines to work, bring it on. Okay. So in order for these vaccines to work, essentially what has to happen is the immune system has to see a part of the virus and say, oh my gosh, I'm under attack. And it then learns how to respond. But since it's only a part of the virus, it's not a big threat, but it learns how to respond so that if you ever are threatened by the real virus, your immune system says, I remember this, I know what to do. What Pfizer and Moderna did is that they give their vaccine gives the instructions for how to make this part of the virus, just the instructions. What Novavax does is it actually sends an actual part of the virus, a part of the virus that they manufactured. So they kind of make this fake part of the virus and they send the actual part in. So phase 3 clinical trials tell us that the Moderna and the Pfizer approach works. We'll have to see about this one.